Hi everyone, this is action potential. The first step of action potential is the resting state.
This is the axon of a neuron at resting state, which means it is polarized, which means sodium is on the outside and potassium is on the inside.
The second step of action potential is when the stimulus initiates depolarization.
The stimulus initiates depolarization, which means the sodium ions will start to flow into the membrane and the negative potassium ions will start to move out of the membrane.
The third step of action potential is when depolarization initiates action potential.
The stimulus is strong enough, depolarization causes membrane polarity to be completely reversed, and action potential is initiated.
The fourth step of action potential is action potential moving through the axon.
A nerve impulse is an all or none response. So if action potential happens, it will continue to move down the axon and sodium and potassium ions will continue to switch.
The fifth step of action potential is repolarization.
Repolarization happens after an impulse is fully conducted, and all that happens is the potassium moves back into the axon and sodium moves back out.
The final step of action potential is the sodium-potassium pump. The sodium-potassium pump has 4 steps.
The sodium-potassium pump makes sure that all the sodium ions get back to the outside of the axon. ATP binds with its binding site, which causes the pump to open and allows sodium ions to flow in. Next, the sodium binds to its binding sites inside the pump, which causes the other side of the pump to open. Next, sodium flows out and potassium flows in. ADP will then connect to the binding site, which allows this to open. Releasing of the phosphate allows the channel to revert to its original form, which releases the potassium ions on the inside of the membrane.
And that's action potential.